I'm one of those people where I don't want you to tell me that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Like, I want you to show me, like, why do you keep calling it the powerhouse of the cell? And that's because we can produce energy in the cytoplasm, the middle of the cell, but it's very inefficient. And so I always tell people, it's like you're walking down the street and you can come across either $5 or you can find $50. What would you rather find? And that's what you're looking at when you're looking at nutrition, like especially going for animal-based proteins. We know that high animal protein has all those B vitamins, creatine, lysine, methionine that produce carnitine, which is important for the second step of the electron transport chain inside of the mitochondria. But also too, it's so fascinating to know in Otto Warburg's work, he founded that most tumor cells actually take advantage of this lower energy pathway that finds, say, $5. Like, it's a very inefficient pathway, but most tumor cells turn on this process that makes our body really acidic. It throws off our whole pH balance, but that's how it feeds itself. And they don't like to use, like some cancers don't prefer to use mitochondrial energy. I don't think that's true of all of them, because I think it's like it's so hard to understand. There's so many different types and how they operate. But that's why mitochondria are powerhouse of the cell, because they produce so much energy. They produce $50 instead of $5, you know? And there's multiple just in this one cell. They can create more of themselves, and they hold their own DNA. So they can actually, if there's a lot of energy in the environment of the cell's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm calm. I'm at peace. I can do immune function, like anything that needs repair, I'm on it. I got it. But when the cell is in chaos, when it doesn't have a lot of energy being produced, then it's in a lack mentality. It's in chaos and confusion. It's focused on putting out fires instead of focus on like the strength of itself. Like, it's working just so hard to rebuild. Like, we know most energy disease states, like second step, mitochondrial dysfunction, but also a nutrient depletion, because the immune system is in overdrive trying to compensate for the chaos and the confusion that's happening at the cellular level. So, I always talk about like lysine and methionine creating carnitine, which is the second step of the mitochondrial electron transport chain. Again, when you're going into, not again, but like when you're going into very energy dense places of the body, like the brain, the kidneys, the liver, there's so much energy that is being used. And it's like one in three people, they said 1 in 3 teens are pre-diabetic right now, 1 in 4 adults are pre-diabetic. I think those numbers are generous, as a lot of people feel stressed. A lot of people have high cortisol that leads into high blood sugar, and the body is just at this level of chaos that some people don't know how to get out of, and we're not able to rest at night to turn off those stress hormones. They just stay in us. Like, Robert Sapolsky's book is a great book to read if you want to understand this process of the stress hormone. His book, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, is all about the stress response, because people who are in a chronic stress response, a lot of times they'll develop like stomach ulcers. And it's all about this it's all about throwing off the pH levels, throwing off the mitochondrial function, being in the dehydrated state. So if I ever got a tattoo, it would be of a mitochondria, or just a picture of a cell, like right on my wrist, to remind me, where does your light come from? Who do you work for? And where does your inner peace come from? Who are you with all the time? Nobody. You are always by yourself, but you're always with these trillions and trillions of cells, because your body is alive. It's alive and crawling with bacteria. That's what I love is coming to light, is a lot of people like are afraid of bacteria, Oh, I never have raw milk because it has bacteria in it. But it's like, we are made of bacteria, and it's becoming more like socially acceptable to talk about bacteria, because there are good bacteria, and then there are populations of bacteria that are not so helpful. I like Dr. David Perlmutter's book, Grain Brain and Brain Maker, if you want to read more about those bacterial groups. Super fascinating. Diabetes, Alzheimer's type 3, diabetes, dementia, Alzheimer's type, diabetes type 3. His insulin resistance, he talks about, is linked to like certain bacterial groups. We're just talking about that stress response too. Like, you are always in the right place at the right time. We are always, like, everything has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. I think it's so funny, like, we're still discovering so much about the body. Like, when we first started discovering things like the pancreas, I remember they said that it was like a pillow that doesn't do anything. It just takes up space. Like, we don't even have a fully understanding of what the appendix does in the body. It's like, there's no coincidences. Like, we may think that it does nothing, that things in our life mean nothing, people that come in, like, they mean nothing, but every single one of those people, every single one of the circumstances, they say, has a meaning and a design and a purpose. And, like, I don't know. Purpose is what drives the world forward, you know? When you don't have purpose, you feel depressed. You feel, like, sluggish. Why would I get up in the morning and go move my body and exercise? For myself? Would I take care of myself? Do I deserve that? I don't know. Sometimes maybe you do it because you have kids. A lot of people take care of themselves because they're like, I had no purpose until I had children. And then I wanted to live longer for them. You know, and that's kind of, I mean, I think it's a good reason to be in a good state of health, but, you know, what's your reason? Like, is it for you? Do it for you, you know? Do it so that, like, you can improve your skin health and slow the aging process, and your memory can be sharper, and you'll be less likely to break a hip as you get older and stuff like that, you know? I'm gonna go. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you've found this video, I just love the body. I love biology. I love light. Physical health is spiritual health. I'm just so passionate about sharing this and like, just feeling like strong and sturdy. Like, if you feel strong and sturdy in your environment, wherever you're going, like, the world is a better place. The world is a better place when you are calm and filled with light and remembering your purpose and your connection and, like, why you're here. Like, the whole world, like, the whole body benefits from the one cell. What is the one cell without the many? Who are we without the whole? And they talk about the wave of an ocean. Like, the wave is just going about and it's just doing its little thing and it's crashing against the shore, and then it remembers that it's a part of the entire ocean. Like, it's not just a little wave, it is a part of the entire ocean. Like, you feel all this love in your heart, you have oceans of light inside you, oceans of love and patience and forgiveness and understanding, just calmness. So anyway, you can like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful in any way. But I'm gonna go, and I do wish you the best of luck.